Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Thursday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network of the Dirt Racing Network and live coverage of the F.U.N. Road to Pro Series. The Road to Pro 165 presented by Philmar tonight from Richmond International Raceway. And we got a few special things going on. A bunch of the drivers have, since we're going to be under the lights, they have carried themselves all the way back to about the year 2000, 2001. And many of these drivers are carrying Looney Tunes characters on the side of their race cars tonight. I have seen a bunch of Tasmanian Devils. I've seen the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. There's one right there with those two scoundrels. It has been a little bit of a mixed bag of who's doing what. I think Baldessari just has the Roadrunner on his. He don't have everybody. He just has the Roadrunner on that 97 car. Will Karn, I'm pretty sure he's got the Tasmanian Devil on the side of his. Pretty sure that's what I see. As he loops it and does not get hit. Good job, everybody, missing that guy. Real quickly, we will run you through the power rankings. Zach Ward took over the top spot in the power rankings after last week. He is very slimly above Will Karn in the 81 car. Ty Bostic, after his win, jumps all the way to third. Brandon Fielder, Jeff Nairn, Bryn George, John Ledger, Chandler Chabot, Wes Gallo, Marty Calvert makes his way into the top 10 in power rankings, right ahead of Steve Mormon. We have got points. Bostic's 7th win of the season extends his point lead drastically, about 160 points. Make it 150. Ahead of Zach Ward. Ward has 3 wins. Steve Kirby has 4. He's 3rd in the points. Marty Calvert with 3. 4th in the points. And Will Karen with 1 win, 5th in the points right now. Other drivers with wins, Brandon Fielder and Chandler Chabot, each have 1, and Greg Stone 2. Stone has apparently missed a few races. He's 15th, just above the cutoff line, about 44 points above the cutoff line. With just a couple of races to go, Eric Olson is in that 16th spot, 18 markers ahead of the 333 of Corey Goodall. Oh, boy, that's going to hurt. Jeffrey Belk spinning it out off 2. There is that 333 car. 17th in the points, only 18 markers behind the cut line right now, with just a couple of races to go before the playoffs start. It's David Watts. You know, they had some pictures. Where did I see? And I saw that car. Cute. Where is Ty Bostic is not on the track. Ty Bostic won last week, and he is running the Speedy Gonzalez machine. He's got Speedy on the side of his number 22 car, so watch for that. A number of these drivers have these Looney Tunes on their cars. We're going to go look and see what Mr. Mormon has on his... Oh, man, you know what? He's going to have to go back on track. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's headed back out. Let's see. It says black and gold. White, black, and gold. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Selfco. It's white, black. It looks like white, black, and chrome, not gold. Or maybe it is gold, white, and black. I don't know. Trying to help drivers out. They want to look good for you guys. So regardless of anything else, they want to look good. I've always said it. Spend a lot of money looking good, you ain't going to go fast. Spend a lot of money going fast, you cannot look good. You don't have the money for pretty. You got the money for speed. So driver's about ready to qualify. 19 of John Ledger headed out. Here comes Daniel Green. Daniel Green, the 99 car. That's that looks like an homage to Carl Edwards there. And he was quickest in the practice session. There's Jeff Belk. We saw him spin that car a little bit ago. And there's the aforementioned Steve Mormon. Man, Steve, I think that thing looks black and white and gold. That gold is really kind of a sandstone color to me right now, but I'll accept gold as an answer. Logan Fager. Jeff Nairn. We'll watch a couple of these guys. The first one timing in will be Fager, 22.536. Greg Stone goes 21.891. Bumps him down quickly. Nairn's second quick. That is a 21.908. There's Philip Beaver rolling out. This is 66 of Chandler Chabot. U.S. Army sponsored car. That looks good. I like that. Cross the line for him. Third quick. Still Stone there. And now Thomas Martin in the 36. He's getting that Busch beer car going. Is that Busch Peach? That's what it looks like. Fourth quick. There's Chabot fifth. Brandon Fielder now on the racetrack. Oh, thank you for chiming in, Lorraine. Appreciate it. Cross the line. It's still Stone up top with that 21.89. Good a lap there. Fielder now. 21.987 for Fielder. Stone picked it up. 21.67, and Fielder picked it up to 21.77. Now Fielder just barely bumps him out, 21.669 to a 7.03, or to a 6.73, I'm sorry, for Greg Stone. Zach Ward, third quick on his second lap. Will carry those two went head-to-head. The 5 and the 81 last week for the in-season tournament, and Zach Ward got the better of it. Marty Calvert. Can Calvert go 2 weeks in a row grabbing the pole right now? 21.568 sets him atop. Baldessari, no time for him. Steve Kirby is on track. He hasn't been here in a while. The 109 car missed the last 2 or 3 races. And Kirby, 15th quick on his first lap. We'll see if he can pick it up. 23.33. He needs to pick up about 1.8 seconds, and that is definitely not going to get it done. Backup car time for Team 109. Several drivers not taking time, it looks like. Combs, Goodall, Watts, Bostic, Green, Olson, and Tardif. So about 7 of them didn't take time. 23 checked in. 165 a lapper. Going to take a little bit. We've seen a lot of guys spin, especially off turn 2. Apparently that is the correct car for Mr. Mormon. So Calvert looks like he'll go 2 in a row on the pole. Fielder, Stone, Ward, and Karen. Your top 5 in qualifying. Daniel Green made laps, did not score a time. I can just about guarantee I know what happened. I don't have to go back and watch him. He tapped the fence on the front stretch just a little bit before the start-finish line on his first lap at the end of it. And it disallowed both because of how close it was to the start-finish line. So Marty Calvert with back-to-back weeks on the pole in the 16 car. Brandon Fielder, the 39, to his outside. Greg Stone in the 3, Zach Ward in the 5 make up row number 2. Our third row, Will Carn, the 81, and Jeff Nairn in the 27. Then the 11 of Justin Moyers, next to the 36 of Thomas Martin. John Ledger in the 19 and Chandler Chabot the 66. They're row number 5. Our 6th row looks like this, the 60. Philip Beaver on the inside and Jeffrey Belk on the outside of him in the 55. Logan Feger, the 4. Steve Mormon, the 26 in row 7. The 109 of Steve Kirby and the 22 of Ty Bostic. The lone Speedy Gonzalez car tonight in row number 8. Row 9, Daniel Green, the 99, next to Eric Olson in the 64. And you'll see the 97 of David Baldessari next to Joe Tardif in the 23. They make up our 10th row. The 11th row is the 333 of Corey Goodell inside and Austin Combs in the 15, sitting to his outside. And your final starter, 23rd spot, row 12, all to himself, be David Watts in the 54 car. 23 drivers, 652,511 laps. It's only 165. Around the D-shaped oval, this is a fun racetrack if you get the rhythm right and you get rolling well. This place can be fun. If you do not, you will not be happy here. And there's not much you can do to make yourself happy. Absolutely not one of my favorite places to drive. Doesn't matter what the car, the trucks, the over alley cars, the cup cars, super late models, doesn't matter. I just do not like this place. Lights are off on the pace car. That means we will be going green the next time we come out of turn number 4. All right, pace car's out of the way. We'll get into the start zone, and man, a little before we got there, we got the green flag, so we're underway. The Road to Pro Series 165 presented by Philmar. Calvert doing the same things he did last week. He's going to jump out to the lead by himself. Fielder slides a second, then Stone in the 3 car.
All right, man.
Caution for the first time tonight. Yeah, I had a feeling that's who it was because I saw it say Moyer jumped to the pits. Oh, right out of 2. Yeah, a little shot in the left front. I don't know. They might be able to get that fixed. If it didn't break any of the suspension, he might be able to get that fixed. So we get about a corner and a half in, and we have caution. Calvert, Fielder, Stone, Ward, Carin, Narin, Martin, Ledger, Chabot, and Beaver, the top 10. The way they were when that fell. Not a lot of action had taken place. So we'll relax, re-rack, and get it going again. Looking, Feger went to pit road. Moyer just now rolling out. I don't think he's going to beat the pace car. He may have to slow down and give all of that back. And he may not. He may have gotten him. Now, Feger's just going to top fuel. It's only going to give him a lap or 2 extra, but Should get the one to go this time by. And we will. We'll restart on lap number 5. Do not be afraid to say hi in the chat, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Got a favorite driver out here. Make sure that you shout their name out. All right. Double filing them back up, and Calvert picked the inside again. He got a great launch the first time. No reason for him to change his mind. All right, pace car's out of the way. We'll get restarted one more time.
Green flag, green flag.
We're back underway. Exit to turn 2 on cold tires. Calamity corner. You see cars darting a little bit inside. That means they got a little loose. We'll see if we can get through 3 and 4 here. We get a couple of laps in, the tires will get up to temperature, and then it'll be a different scenario. The guys won't have to tiptoe quite as much.
All right, man. Caution.
Caution! Oh, no, that was Brandon Fielder. What happened to Brandon Fielder here? Greg Stone was on the inside. Both cars into the wall. Fielder. Good bit of damage there. So, short track racing at its finest. Philip Beaver, got a copy?
Yes, sir. I do.
All right, we haven't had a chance to get much in the way of green lap racing in. This place is tricky enough on cold tires. We got to find something to get some rhythm so the tires will come up to temperature, don't we?
Yeah. I was just joking with my teammates there that we practice long runs, and that might not come into play until after the break. This will be one where we'll pace a lot here, and then from the stage break on, watch it go green.
Well, we would like to see green from now until the stage break, and then green after the stage break. But that's just as a race
I agree.
fan.
You're preaching to the choir here. Yeah.
Well, what do we think the 60 cars got in it tonight? Can we get up there and snatch us a win and put ourselves in the playoffs?
I would love nothing more than to finally break through, but I think my boy Marty and Kirby's coming up behind me here shortly. They've got that covered. If I get out of here with a top 5, I'm going to be elated.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we are going to let you go here to focus on what should be a very long green flag run. If not, man, good luck. Keep all 4 facing down, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of the night.
Hey, thanks, man. Hopefully we can put on some green flag show here. I would love nothing more because there's several guys ahead I think I can pick off.
All right, man. Well, good luck with that.
All right, man. Thanks.
Phil Beaver in the 60 car. Grab him early. Give him a chat up. We'll see. We need these guys to find a little rhythm. We're going to double them up. Get ready to go back to green flag racing. 99 of green, and he's got a bunch of left front damage. I don't know what happened to him. I did not see anything. But then here is Justin Moyers back on track. He's 3 laps down. Green is a lap down. Green may have spun on his own and not brought out a caution, and we just did not see it. I'm going back looking for something that says that he had an issue, and I don't see anything through either one of the green flag starts to the yellows. So I don't know what happened there, but if we get a chance to holler at him, we'll do so, find out what's going on. But we're back underway. Another good start up front for Calvert. This time got a little bit different challenger, and Ward trying to get it done on the high side on the cold tires. Right in there beside. Not quite able to completely clear. Now he'll clear the 5. Zach Ward will fall right in line. There's Curran in the 81. He moves to 3rd. Naren and Chabot 4 and 5. And then it gets a little busy back here behind the Ledger. Martin and Beaver are after him, and now it's just Philip Beaver trying to put a challenge to the 19 of John Ledger. Inside line, very much the shortest way around the racetrack, but not the most momentum. You really got to wait a minute for the car to settle before you can really get the power into it. And the guy on the high side can do that a whole lot sooner. Look behind them, Jeffrey Belk still 9th, and Stephen Kirby. You heard Philip Beaver talk about he was going to be coming from back there at some point. Right now, he's just hanging out here in 10th. The 26 of Mormon. Bostic in the 22, and I expect that car to eventually start going forward. Tardif. There's Fielder. Looks like they got that fender pulled out pretty good. It's hard to tell with the graphics on the car how good they did get that pulled out, but it looks pretty straightened up to me. And then there's a Stone that was in that incident with Fielder. He's back to 15th. Baldessari, Combs, Goodall, Olson, Fager, Watts, and then the 99 of Green and the 11 of Moyers. Neither one of those drivers on the lead lap. But if we were to catch a caution, Green gets the wave around. Lucky Doggin. Tell you what, Marty Calvert out to a second. Will Curran got around Zach Ward, I'm sorry. And he's starting to put some distance between himself and Ward. He's not reeling Calvert in just yet, though. Now we're starting to get spread out a little bit around the racetrack. You see most of these drivers are single file. Chandler Chabot in the 5th spot in that 66 car. Caution for the 3rd time. It's going to be for Logan Fager in the 4 car, it looks like. Oh, yeah, a little loose and overcorrect. And who was that? David Watts coming from behind him. Really nowhere to go. Got hung up on that 4 car. Now he'll go straight to the pits, see if he can get that damage at least somewhat squared away. So we were looking like we might get going a little bit here. Another car loose out there. It's so easy to do. You kind of come up over a little hump coming out of that corner, and if you got a little wheel in it and a little too much throttle, right rear wants to get happy and come around and say, hey, what you doing up there right front? Next thing you know, you're against the inside wall. It's all bad. That time it looked like Fager got it corrected, but when the car settled, it darted to the right, and there was nothing he could do with it and nowhere for David Watts to go. So Brandon Fielder back on pit road again. He'll join Fager in there. We won't see too many takers on pit road. We have not run enough laps for the tires to be harmed yet. We still don't know what happened to Daniel Green. Looks like they finally got pretty much everything pulled out on the left front on the 39 car. It looks pretty square now. It still looked like it was pushed in a little when he started that last run. So we'll have a couple of cars off the lead lap. Fager and Watts a lap down, and Moyer back to the pits, but he's 3 or 4 laps down now. So we'll see if he can get out here. The other two can catch caution and get lucky dogs get waved around, and that'll just put Moyers as the driver anytime we catch caution to be waved. A little different cast on the front row. Calvert still the control car, but Will Carn out there on his outside this time.
Green flag, green flag.
And back in the start zone, green flag back in the air. A little bit different start this time. Calvert did not just jump right out there. He does squirt away in turns 1 and 2 as Ward and Carton go at it side by side.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution. This time the 3 car of Greg Stone, it looks like, is going to get into it. Oh. Quite a bit of help there. Oh, and then gets hammered. The 99 just can't get away from the front end getting damaged. So we're at a caution again. Caution number 4. 26 laps complete. We're working on lap 27. Still about 32, 33 laps from stage break. So we'll see. If they get anything close, I'm sure within a couple of laps that they will probably call that stage break. But we're a long ways from that now. Fielder, Green, Goodall, Stone, all on pit road. And there goes your waiver, David Watts, getting the lucky dog. So he'll get himself back on the lead lap. Put 20 on? Yep, put 20 back on the lead lap. Is Fielder rolling away? He hasn't yet. I'll tell you what, Stone's car, they're having a barbecue. He may be finished. That may be terminal. Went to get down into 3 and got a little help on the left rear corner. I think it was the 23 car of Joe Tardif. See if we get a 1 to go signal this time. Lights go off on our pace car. So we'll get restarted again on lap number 30. All 23 cars still in the race. 20 of them still on the lead lap. Got a driver a lap down. And then a couple of drivers about 3 laps down. Greg Stone may be way more laps than that here in a minute. I think that 3 car is probably finished. That motor expired. Back in the start zone. Green flag back in the air. Calvert. Bigger challenge this time from Ward on the outside. Ward is going to stay side by side, getting into 3 and 4. He's going to lose enough ground. Calvert should be able to pull up in front of him. And he will do just that. So, Marty Calvert keeping the lead. Naren got around Carin. Chabot got into the corner a little hot, washed up. Opened the door. Nobody able to take advantage because the two guys behind him, Ledger and Beaver. Stay a door to door. It'll be Martin in the 36 behind this two-wide battle that we're watching right here. And then Steve Kirby just now, well, he was breaking into the top 10, and then he gave the spot back to Ty Bostic. As we get this a little more settled here, now we'll go watch Bostic working on Belk to the inside, the 55. Going to be under fire 2 times in a row here. Bostic now 9th and Kirby's 10th. That moves Belk to 11th, and then Tardif right behind him. Go up to the front. Calvert is steadily easing away. He's done this every run. We've gone more than a couple of laps. He just starts moving further and further away from these guys. David Watts and Logan Feger. And Watts is on the lead lap. He's actually scored ahead of Feger, but Feger is ahead of him on the track. Feger's the next car to get a lap back should we catch a caution and he's not in it. Moyers, yeah, and Stone officially retired. He will be done for the evening. Oh, a lot of the magic smoke out from under the hood of the number 3 car. Might have been a whole lot of smoke in the helmet of the driver of the 3 car. Don't know. I don't know if he stuck around or not. And it does not look like he is in chat. So, we will not talk to Mr. Stone. We're coming up on 25%. Couple of laps here. Naren got around Will Curran right there. He'll move to 3rd. Zach Ward slowly creeping back in. Rear bumper of the 16. We know we're about 18 laps from stage break, so some of these guys may be willing to go see what they've got, try to run this leader down. See the brakes on these cars just glowing red going down in the corners. Heat, building tire pressure, building heat in the tire. Changes the way the car's driving. Here comes Bostic. Big dive into turn 3 right alongside Philip Beaver. And he'll take that spot away post haste. Wasted no time. In and out. Moved himself to the 7th spot. 6th and 5th directly in front of him. We can't do the same driver every single week. All right. We are 15 laps, 44 in and 15 away from our stage break. And I think everybody is really starting to stretch their legs now and see what they've got late in this run. Haven't had a ton of green flag laps in it. You know you're going to pit at stage break, so let's go use this set of tires up as Bostic goes around Chabot. Makes him 6th in the running order now. Calvert, Ward, Nairn, and Curran still the same. Ledger in 5th is going to have company because the 22 is coming quick. He is wrapping that yellow line down to the bottom of the corners. And he closes up about a car length all last half of the corner there. Everybody he has come to the back of. He'll close up and be right within striking distance now. If he dives it into 3 here, and he's been good at getting that done. And I think Ledger saw him coming and said, you know what, if you hurry and go by, I can get back in behind you. We can get back to racing. But Kirby starting to pick his way through as well. He got around Philip Beaver, and now he is going by Chabot. So he will be 7th with just about 10 laps to go in this stage. Calvert, Ward, Nairn, Curran. They haven't gotten very far apart from one another, and there goes Curran to the inside of Nairn down in 1 and 2. Should take the 3rd spot back away. Bostic around Ledger. He's up to 5th. And now here comes Kirby. He'll get alongside the 19 car. And that's a 6th place for the 109. Calvert trying to lead every lap in the first stage here. And with about 0.6 of a second, he might be able to hang on and do that for about 8 more laps. Ward, Curran, Nairn. And then Bostic is not really closing too fast, but he is closing a little bit on the cars in front of him. He was about 1/10 of a second quicker. There's about 6 laps to go in this first stage. Marty Calvert from the pole has led every single one of the laps. Some of the guys charging from the back. 16th starting spot for Ty Bostic tonight, now up to 5th in the closing laps of stage 1. Kirby's up 9. Those are your 2 biggest movers. Chabot with a blink. I thought he ducked off and went to pit road, and I was like, that might not work out for you, buddy. But he did not. He just had a internet moment. Come around. Be about 4 laps to go in the stage. And Ward and Calvert have distanced themselves from Curran and Nairn. And I think Zach Ward was trying to set it up and see if there was anything he could do about maybe leading stage 1. He's moved up the racetrack, trying to keep the momentum line going. Just having a hard time getting out of turn 4. Going to be 2 to go. And that time, Calvert really backed the corner up, and Ward ran right up to the bumper. When he had to go wide, he lost all that ground back, trying to get off the corner. one more time around before we catch our stage break. And I don't know who that is that's right in front of these guys. It's Logan Fager, I believe. Yeah. Fager is going to want to be able to hold on to that spot. He needs to stay right there. He can get one of his laps back, be back on the lead lap. So we're on 59. We should get a caution here for stage break.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And there it
Caution
is.
out.
So Calvert, Ward, Curran, Bostic, Nairn, Kirby, Ledger, Beaver, Chabot, and Fielder the top 10 at the end of stage 1. We'll put about 100 laps up. 101, 102. Run the final stage here. Everybody will be headed to pit road. Nobody will skip out on going to pit road this time. Your lucky dog car, your wave around cars, maybe, but they're still going to have to pit one more time no matter what. So some choices will have to be made. Let's see if we can see Mr. Calvert. He's already got the right side zone. He's getting ready to drive away here. And he is going to hold serve, keep the lead. Ward, Curran, Bostic. Stephen Kirby, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, we're doing pretty good up here. We're watching you. You look like you were kind of following the 22 up through there late in that stage, just letting him kind of open the door so you could just kind of sneak through, man. Were you just testing to see what that thing had at the end of a run there?
Yeah, I was trying to save some tires, and honestly, I'm just not really that comfortable here, so just trying to keep the car in one piece, and we'll see kind of where we can get up near the front at the end of this thing, and then we'll start pushing it. But yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of practice, so we'll just see how it goes from here on out.
Well, we haven't seen you for a couple of weeks, so you ought to be well rested and refreshed getting in here tonight.
Yeah, that might be the problem. Not feeling super comfortable in the car like I normally do, so maybe too much time off, I don't know. But hopefully won't miss any more, and we'll get a little bit more comfortable each week as it goes.
All right, man. We'll let you get back to it. Good luck out there, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you at the end of the night.
Thanks. See you guys.
109 car, Stephen Kirby. All right, we're going to double it up. We're going to get ready to go. It'll be lap 63, so 102 laps remaining.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. We're back underway. Final stage. About 102 laps. Calvert has led every single lap thus far. This time he loops it coming off turn 2. Just a tiny bit of contact to the inside wall when he backs that car up. I didn't think he'd have much in the way of damage. Man, he just barely bumped the fence. Just off of 2 cold tires, trying to get everything he could. Up over that little hump in the right rear, started to get a little light, and just ever so slightly the contact to the inside fence. So he'll go from the penthouse to the outhouse, front to back, and he is going to have his work cut out for him now, and that is going to open the door for Zach Ward, Will Curran. Ty Bostic is now third, seeing if he can go back to back. Kirby, we just talked to him, up to 4th. Naren still in the top 5. Beaver in the top 10. Ledger, Fielder, after his. About, I think, second caution on about lap 7 or 8. His foray into the outside wall in turn 2. He's back inside the top 10. Chabot and Green. Green was laps down a little while ago. In that 99 car, had the front end all jacked up. They've kind of put a piece on it, and now he's inside the top 10. Corey Goodall, Joe Tardif, Belk, Martin, 14th. He was running in the top 10 for quite a while since the pit stops. I think they were a little slow getting tires on that 36 car. Baldessari, Combs, Olson. Here's Marty Calvert back here. He's 18th right now. And David Watts back to the lead lap. Steve Mormon coming around. He'll be on the lead lap. That'll leave Feger. And Feger, well, he's only 1 lap down. That is right, 1 lap down. Moyers is now only 2 laps down. He was 4 laps down at one time. And then there's Mormon behind them all. He's the last car in the lead lap. So just like that, you can go from hero to zero. And now the mountain's huge. Where before you could see the summit, probably going to be standing on top of it just a little bit. And now it's daunting looking up the side of it, trying to chase your way to the top. Pace car will get out of the way. Ward and Curran on the front row. And a couple of guys that started about mid-pack. Bostic and Kirby. Row 2, we're going to fan out 3 wide at least behind the leader. Bostic right to the bottom. Working on the 81. Little contact out of 2. That made Kirby have to take evasive action. That'll let Philip Beaver get to the outside of him. Oh, no. 109 car through the grass. He's going to hang on to it. I don't think we're getting a caution here, folks. We are not. We are going to stay green. Curran was putting up the good fight. Decided he'd just let the 22 slink on by, fall in line before he lost any more spots. So Ward, Bostic, Curran, Beaver, and Fielder the top 5 right now. Brandon Fielder, nice recovery. Naren behind that. Ledger is going to be in a battle with Chandler Chabot, and that does not materialize like it looked like it would coming out of turn 4. Thought Chabot was going to have a good run. Chabot's actually under attack from Daniel Green. Talk about a down and up kind of night. The 99 car was way down early in this thing. Had a bunch of nose damage. Involved in a couple of incidents. He got the thing all squared away and cleaned up, and now he's up here in 8th. 36 car. Martin in 11th was sideways out of 2 right there for a moment. That's Belk, Jeffrey Belk. Next to Thomas Martin right there. Tardif was sideways out of 2, and he had to go catch the car down by the apron. Ty Bostic now to the lead. And he kept the door open long enough for the 81 of Curran to come with him. It's going to move Ward to 3rd. Fielder still hanging out in 5th. A little better exit than Philip Beaver did right there. He's going to show the nose down here in 1 and 2 on the inside. Oh, big sneeze. All right. Bostic out front, starting to ease away just a little bit. He's opened it up to nearly half a second. Curran has got about 4/10 on Ward, and Ward just a couple of car lengths on Philip Beaver right there. Then it starts to get a little packed up. Fielder, Nairn, Ledger. We go back behind John Ledger in 7th to Daniel Green, who made it to 8th and has kind of stalled out. Then Chabot and Tardif have stayed the same there, 9 and 10. Thomas Martin is 11th, but here comes Marty Calvert. Calvert spun on his own, didn't really damage the car at all. He nudged it to the inside wall. Off of 2, went to the back of the pack, and now he is starting to make his way through the field. He's up to 12th, and he is all over the back bumper of the 36. Almost got into it right there. Going to cut down, trying to get the run on the exit and see if he can dive into turn 3 under the 36, but he wasn't close enough to put his nose out. Now the 36 missing the entry, moving up the hill. A spin of the tires right there for the 16, and all the momentum gone away again. So he'll have to wait another set of corners, and he'll get it done this time. He'll be the 11th car on the track. He is about 5 seconds behind the leaders. Steve Mormon getting put a lap down here by the top 3. Bostic, Curran, and Ward all got by. Bostic looking to go back to back. Put his 8th win for the season up, and he'll have a stranglehold on the points lead headed into the playoffs. Race tonight and one more race, and I think we're in the playoffs here. It's race number 25 of the season. Draw back to 5th place. Fielder has not been able to close up anymore on Philip Beaver's bumper and try to put some pressure on him. Steve Nairn is not, or Jeff Nairn, I'm sorry, has not made any strides forward to try to get the Fielder. And just as I say that, Fielder misses the entry, and there's Nairn trying to get the nose on the inside. I don't think it's going to work. Too much momentum off that high side. Marty Calvert still 11th, but he's right there at the back bumper of Chabot within about 2 car lengths. Back-to-back poles for the 16. And he was in command of this race, as he will take the spot away and move himself to 10th. Drop Chabot to 11th. Now the 16 will focus on trying to catch that 23 car. Steve Mormon back on the lead lap. He's very, very far back. He is the last car. Actually, no, he is still a lap down. He was 2 laps down for a moment, and he's a lap down now. He's about 3 seconds behind Fager for the lucky dog spot. Bostic a second ahead of Curran. Curran just about 4 car lengths in front of Ward. And then it's about 1.6 seconds to the 4th place car of Philip Beaver. Jeff Nairn now around Fielder. Put him 5th, Fielder 6th. Ledger and Green are right there. Here come Tardif and Calvert. And Calvert reeling Tardif in very quickly. He's going to get right there, show him the nose coming out of 2. Let him know he is beside. And coming forward. Still about 5.5 seconds to the leaders from the 16 car. We have been green for nearly 40 laps now. Been about 36 laps, 37 laps we've been green. There's your leader in heavy traffic. That's the 54 car of David Watts that he'll go around, and then the 11 of Justin Moyers. 36 of Martin on pit road. Still about 71 laps to go. Left sides, right sides, away we go. Here come the leaders. And Martin will be a couple of laps down when he rejoins. He'll be right in front of the leaders. Fresh tires, he should be able to drive away. So he's a lap plus almost a full second lap. David Watts heads to pit road in the 54 car. Ward back around Curran for second. Curran has fallen back a ways. Philip Beaver going to have company at 4th place. He went outside in. Nairn went inside out. They almost touched getting down into turn 1. So the 99 car get up, brush the fence there on the exit of turn 4. Nairn, patient, prudent, just working the bumper over. Can't get a solid run where he can definitively get the nose beside the 60. A little better through the center of the corner of the 27 car than the 60. He's just not able to make that a move that he can use to get alongside, though. This time he might be able to do it coming out of 2. If he can get the power down to the ground, and he's just not there. And that time Beavers missed the entry, slid all the way up about 2.5 lanes. Catches the fence. He's going to lose 2 spots. He gives one to Nairn, the other to John Ledger. And Ledger up to 5th. Beaver back to 6th. Nairn is up to 4th. And then there's Daniel Green. He may be a player in this now. Look who's in 8th place. The 16 of Calvert. Losing ground to the leaders. He was about 6 seconds when he was 11th. It's about 8.2 now. Bostic. And he is yarding the field now.
right, man.
Caution! Oh no! If you're a Chandler Chabot fan, please look away. Don't know what happened to him, but we'll find out together right here. Yeah, oh yeah, just boop. Around, around, around. It's going to snap back and go the other way, and he's close enough to the racing surface at 90 degrees that the caution will fly for car 66. That's our 7th caution this evening. I'm pretty sure we'll see all these guys head to pit road. Going to get wave arounds. I believe you'll see the 15 car. We haven't really talked about that Dr. Pepper machine. Austin Combs. 16th currently. First car not on the lead lap. And I'm going to stand corrected. He gets that lucky dog right there. He'll be on the lead lap now as we watch Zach Ward. Here comes Calvert and Fielder. Bostic already rolling out. But Zach Ward will get him. Getting off pit road. So Ward now will restart with the clean air. Bostic second. Here comes Combs. Did not pit. Currently at least going to show third. I think he's going to have to go back. Lucky Dog has to go to the back of the field. So that'll put Curran up there as Combs heads onto pit road. Nairn and Ledger 4-5. Beaver 6th. Calvert 7th. Green. Fielder. And I believe it's going to be Steve Kirby 10th right now. Baldessari, Tardif, Goodall, Belk, Olson. That's 15th. Thomas Martin got a lap back. He's still going to be 17th because Combs will be the last car in the lead lap. 16th place when he comes out. So Martin about mid-pack here. Actually, he might be in front of the leader. Yeah, he might be in front of the leader, and he may get that wave around, and that might put him back on the lead lap. Mormon as well. Chabot stayed out there. He is going to get a lap back. And it looks like our first car not on the lead lap. B, well, he won't be now. It should be this guy right here. Logan Feger in 20th. Oh, Chabot will be one lap down. Then Feger, Watts, Moyers all with him. And green flag coming back out. We're watching him catch the field. Good side-by-side drag race start up front. Ward clear, getting down the back stretch, but Bostic drives it into 3 and 4. Pulls alongside, short way out, and just what we've seen so many times tonight. Oh, Ledger, Calvert, oh my. Calvert spun it back up in front of traffic. Let's go watch and see. We can see it's going to start up front. Oh, and the 60 helped turn the 16. And then Baldessari gets a piece, and once again the 16 gets a second piece of it. So we've seen it so many times on cold tires. We've seen it on a couple of restarts now where the control car trying to get that little something out of 2 or 4 gets a little bit feisty with the right foot. Loses the right rear. So caution number 8. with about 54 laps to go. Welcome to the channel, to Reser 13. Let's go and see. Calvert, left front damage. I think he's got a little right rear damage too. Maybe not. No, he's got left front damage where he got into the 5 of Ward. Ward will drop off to Jack. Gonna rejoin 17th, it looks like. And Marty Calvert is headed to pit road to try to get that left front damage fixed. Ledger came out right behind Ward. And Mormon right behind that, just in front of the pace car. Light's still on the pace car, not going green just yet, but we'll see what they can do for the 16 car. That'll put Ty Bostic in control. Will Curran, Jeff Nairn, and Philip Beaver will be the top 4 on the restart. And we'll start doubling up right here as we are 1 to go. Left front still pretty scuffed up on the 16 car. Aero not that big a deal here at this little short track. Does have a little effect, especially on that left side. Getting a little downforce across the nose with that splitter being pulled up off the ground. He may have a little tight condition after about 8 or 10 laps. We'll see. Going to have 53 to go when we drop this green flag right here.
Green, green, green.
And we're back underway. Mega 51. Bostic out front and clear. Nairn squeezes his way through to second. It's a madhouse behind, and we're going to catch caution once again. This time, I believe the 54 car is going to have trouble. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if we go watch this again, I think what you're going to see is you're going to see got off a little wide. There was no place for that 4 car of Feger to go. And the 54 car crossed the nose into the fence and starts a big mess on the backstretch. So, caution number 9. Slow things down. Everybody going to breathe real deeply, woo-saw it, and we're going to go green the rest of the way. This has really been a pretty good race, even though we have had the cautions. You take out the stage caution that's going to come anyway, and it hasn't been that bad. We had a rough start to it. Got a nice long green run in there to get to the end of the first stage. Now we had a nice green run to start stage 2. We caught a little yellow fever again, but I think that'll go away. '54 car a lot narrower on the front end, and that right front's picked up pretty high. He is high stepping it on the right foot. So we'll go at least 1 more before we get the 1 to go. Bostic, Nairn, Curran, Beaver, Fielder, Kirby, Green, Belk, Tardif, and Goodall are our top 10. Olson, Combs, Martin, Baldessari, Ward, Ledger, Mormon, Chabot, and Calvert. That's the last of the lead lap cars. Then Moyers, 20th, couple laps down. Feger is on pit road, and he has been there for a hot minute. I don't know if he's going to return to the race or not. And it looks like Watts is going to return. He's about 4 laps down. As we're doubling back up, getting ready to go green again, it will be about 47 laps to go when we take the green this time. Pace car getting out of the way. We're ready for the restart.
Green, green, green.
Green once again. Bostic has about 0.6 of a second after 1 lap on the field. Side by side, 3 deep after that. Now they're side by side, 2 deep behind the leader. Fielder trying to break back into the top 4, maybe even the top 3. I thought he had a notion to get alongside Naren right there. And he may have thought about it and just didn't have enough momentum to get to that left rear quarter panel. Bostic out front. That's Steve Kirby at the 109 up to 5th now. Said he wasn't comfortable. We watched him loop the car almost immediately after that. And then kept it going through the grass. Got position via pit stops and guys that were getting out of shape, and now he's back in the top 5. Yeah, that could have been a 10th caution. And Kirby's spin brought one out. As it is, we're back to race. We've got 42 laps, make it 41 when we get back to the line this time. And the battle is for 3rd. Naren on the high side, Fielder on the inside. And Fielder will get clear. He's up to 3rd. Now he's eyeballing the 81 car in front of him. Let's go back here. Jeff Belk is 6th, but he's got company because Beaver in the 60. Trying to get back to a top 6 position here. There was Zach Ward. Looped the car in turn 4 after restart, trying to keep the lead. Went back to about 18th. Already back to 8th. Where is Marty Calvert? Marty Calvert is not having a fun time trying to get through traffic. That left front on that car up in the air, and I know that is causing him to be tight. How tight? Can't be sure, but that car's got to be just a little tight, especially on corner entry. But he makes the pass on Baldessari, puts himself 15th. 38 laps remaining. Bostic, 0.7 of a second ahead of Will Curran. And Curran's about the same. About 0.7 of a second ahead of Jeff Naren. Fielder and Kirby look like they're getting ready to do battle over the 4th and 5th spot. Kirby must be feeling a little more comfortable in the car, man. He is worrying the heck out of the bumper on the 39. That Toyota about to trade a little dark blue paint with some metallic blue paint, maybe. Give him the old bump and run here. He's going to lose a little ground this set of corners. Belt got in, washed out, washed way up the hill. That'll open the door for Philip Beaver momentarily. Those two need to look out because, whoa, here we go. I told you they may change some paint. Let's go watch this because, yeah, man, we missed it again. Here we go. Now we'll have it. And I told you they may have to trade a little paint right there. Ward got by Fielder as well. So did Beaver. So Brandon Fielder went from 4th to 7th pretty quickly there. Short track racing. You can only worry a bumper so long before you got to go and touch it. That sounded a whole lot worse than a minute. I don't know. Bostic still about 0.7 of a second ahead of Curran. Narron is still right there, but he's lost a little bit, about another tenth. He's about 0.8 back. Then it's Kirby 4th, Beaver, Ward 5 and 6, and Ward is trying to put pressure. And we've seen the 60 car be a hard pass already tonight. I saw Joe Tardif in 9th back there, wider than Jeffrey Belk, and Belk was pretty wide through 3 and 4. But I'm kind of watching this battle right here. That time Ward got a big head of steam, and he will dive it down into turn 3. Little diamond action going on in the corners. Calvert is up to 13th. Just got around Chabot. And Ward just got clear of Philip Beaver. We're down to 30 to go, and the gap is closing. It's down to about half a second now, 1st to 2nd. And it's about another second back to 3rd, and about another second back to the 4th place car. Then Zach Ward is back here, about a half a second. Make it 0.9 in the 5th spot. So if he can get back up there, it'll be a nice recovery from leading and spinning out to possibly a good, solid podium finish. Bostic now getting eaten up by the 81 of Karin. That time, Will misses the entry a little bit. He was making up ground. He gave it all back, missed the entry to turn 1. And now he's moving up the hill in 3 and 4. Kind of leveled off at about a half a second now. It's about 1.3 seconds back to 3rd place. And I'll tell you what, Narron's going to see the 109 car getting bigger and bigger in the mirror. Kirby's closing in. Zach Ward, after he got around Philip Beavers, has put a lot of distance in between himself and the 60, about 1.5 seconds. As we'll be inside 25 to go this time by. And Bostic is starting to open that gap back up, built it back out to 0.6 of a second. Current still running in the 2nd spot and still running about a lane up off the bottom at both ends of the racing surface. We're going to get to lap traffic. There's Daniel Green in the 99, the 54 of David Watts right in front. You can see that the leaders are right there, about 3/4 of a straightaway behind. So as we get to the closing laps, traffic is going to be a factor. They've got it sorted out right there, so it's one at a time, and it looks like Watts is going to stay very wide here in 1 and 2. A little too wide. He bounced it off the fence. Nairn's going to have company before this is over for third. Kirby and Ward are both closing in. Lap car going to move to the high side, but it let Kirby close up when Nairn had to slow, and then Zach Ward into the back of the 54 coming out of 4. He loses a bunch of space. He was right there with Kirby. And now he's lost about half a second to him. 19 laps remaining. It's 1.2 seconds from Bostic to Curran. This is where the battle's going to be for the top 3. Jeff Nairn trying to hold on in the 27 car. Steve Kirby trying to wrestle it away from him. And Ward is closing back up to these guys. He's chopped 1/10 of a second off the last 2 laps. Bostic is going to get to the 4 car of Logan Fager here. Got around the 99 of Daniel Green. Put him a lap down. Fager will give him plenty of room. The gap is now 1.3 seconds. And Nairn will be doing silly stuff. Still hanging on, and he's pulled away a little bit from Steve Kirby now. There's Ward in 5th, Beaver, Fielder, Ledger, Tardif, and Mormon, and they're tussling over the 9th and 10th spots. 26 car up to 9th, 23 back to 10th. Marty Calvert is 11th. The damage on that 16 car, I'm certain, starting to show up now. Meanwhile, Bostic out front, almost 2.5 seconds, 2.4 seconds, and it'll be 12 to go this time. And the 81 car may have company in the next couple of laps. Kirby got back to Nairn, and Nairn has started to really close the gap on Curran right now. Zach Ward lurking once again. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Very close proximity here in the closing laps. It's going to be 10 to go the next time by. 15 car of Combs up the hill, got out of the way of the 81. Everybody else just kind of had to deal with it on the exit, but nobody got slowed down. That'll be the 99 car in front of Curran now. Trying to hang on to a second place finish, but he is going to have a load of company. That time Kirby went in, cut the corner right in the center, tried to drive down the hill and get a run. And it wasn't enough to catch the 27, and now we're going to have a battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth. They are all back together with 8 laps to go. Bostic, 4 seconds ahead of these guys. He's out of here. Unless something crazy happens, Bostic is going to put this one in the bag pretty easy. Win number 8 on the season. That time, Curran up the hill. And he's going to hang on to it. Ward to the back bumper of Kirby. He'll go up the hill in 1 and 2, and I don't think that's going to get it done for the 5 car. Six laps remaining. Kirby to the inside of Narin in turns 1 and 2. Finally got that cut down to work. Got a little momentum. Can he clear him out of turn number 2? Not completely, but he gets him on the backstretch and goes right to the bottom. I thought Narin was going to dive bomb it in there. He took it way outside. He's trying to fend off the 5th place car of Zach Ward right now and keep it in the top 4. Faster car coming. That's Thomas Martin, the 36. In here with 5 to go. .36 right in the mix of these guys battling for top 5 positions. Big drive in. He got in the back of Kirby right there. Pulls alongside the fresher tires. Definitely an advantage for the 36. Yep. Had a feeling that some paint trading would go on here. I don't think it's over yet. Kirby showed his displeasure with the bump in the rear end right there. Meanwhile, Bostic down the backstretch. Lap and a half to go for him. Curran now has a little breathing room because Kirby had to deal with the 36. He's going to have to deal with him again. White flag coming out this time. 1 to go. Ty Bostic into 3 and 4 for the final time. He'll go back to back and pick up win number 8 on the season. Have a huge advantage. Into points when we head for the playoffs. Curran is going to hang on for second. Kirby to third. Nairn and Ward 4 and 5. Ledger will come home 5th. Beaver 6th. Or 7th, I'm sorry. Calvert made it back up to 8th. Baldessari 9th, and Mormon will finish out your top 10. Then it'll be Belk, Tardif, Fielder, Chabot, Olson, Green, Combs, Goodall, Martin, Fegert, Watts, Moyers, and Stone rounding things out. Start getting some drivers together. Trying to grab a few of these guys and get them into the right spots. And let's see, where is Mr. Bostic? There he is. And we'll get him in there. We'll start with our 5th place driver. Let's get the 5 of Zach Ward in here. Zach, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Top 5 tonight, and I would say that it was without a ton of drama, but those closing laps, the lap car really got in there and kind of mixed it up with all you guys fighting for a top 5.
Yeah, man. I do wish he would have, just kind of laid back. There was nothing really to gain there for him. We had that was a fun battle. I mean, we were kind of just all searching for clean air and, crossing each other over, slide jobs and everything. So, I mean, that was really fun there at the end. I mean, I know the 4 of us kept it super clean, so it's always fun to race respectful guys like that, man.
Yeah, it looked like, a little yellow fever early, and then a little bit after we went on those 2 long runs. Rhythms broken, guys just trying to fight for position. But to me, it looked like maybe cold tires were the enemy of every driver tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. When Marty looped it there in the beginning, right after the first stage, he came over the radio and just said that he didn't even really feel it coming. Like it just kind of got out from underneath him. And I mean, the same thing with me off of 4. I really wasn't even trying to be aggressive on the throttle. I was just trying to give Ty some room on the top so I didn't squeeze him into the wall. And I guess I had too much wheel in it, and it snapped on me.
Well, a top 5, and nonetheless, not going to kill you in the points. We're going to get really close to getting into the playoffs here, trying to get these last couple races to position yourself. What's this going to do for you with this 1 race left thing?
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty safe between being the 2 or the 3 seed. So just kind of got to either stay even with Kirby or, I mean, outrun him. Tonight he got me by a spot, but with the bonus points, with the stage points, and I led a lap. I don't think he did tonight, so I got a couple bonus points, so we should be pretty even on tonight. So just trying to hold that second seed as best as I can. And then we'll see what we can do once we get the reset.
All right, man. Shout outs and thank yous before I let you go.
Yeah, man. Just shout out to you as always. Thank you for the broadcast. It's been great. Shout out to the guys in this league, man. I mean, tonight I had low expectations for Richmond. It's normally a wreck fest, so we kept it fairly clean tonight. And then just shout out Maradness for jumping on board, 11624 for always sponsoring, Bass Dash. I mean, the list goes on. So just thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. I'll talk to you here in just a little bit.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Zach Ward, your 5th place finisher tonight. We'll move on to the 4th place finisher, and he put up a heck of a battle trying to hang on to a top 3 spot. Just not quite enough left in the tires there, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what it was. They run out of grip. Was hanging on for, I guess you could say, dear life there at the end. I was pretty satisfied with a 3rd or 4th.
Well, I asked Zach and asked you the same thing. You guys are cruising along with 5-6 laps to go, and then all of a sudden there's a lap car in there mixing it up with you guys all fighting for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. What do you say to that?
Yeah, we were actually sitting in the waiting room while you had Zach in there. We were discussing that. We were like, we don't understand the logic behind that, because it wasn't like there was another car that he was racing within any distance in front of us that he could have gained any track position. So, especially this late in the race, I don't know. I just don't understand it. Maybe he saw something that we didn't, but it is what it is, and it could have had a little something to do with the outcome.
Well, tough place to race tonight. Cold tires were, the enemy of every driver, and we had so many restarts. We saw a lot of guys get it looped up there. Once the car kind of got into its paces, was it a whole lot easier to handle?
Yeah, once you put 3 or 4 laps on the tires and got a little bit of heat in them, you had a little more confidence. But like you said, the first couple of laps was a little sketchy. You had to kind of tiptoe a little bit and be very, very aware of those around you.
Well, awesome job here on a tough racing track tonight. A 4th place finish. Give me some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, well, you for putting up with us on a Thursday night and broadcasting for us. All that put this league on. Give us something fun to do and hang out together on a Thursday night.
All right, man. Appreciate you chatting with us. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you close out the regular season next week and position yourself for that playoff run.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Jeff Narrett in fourth tonight. Now, there's a whole lot of people in my waiting room. I wasn't ready for that. Now let's get Mr. Kirby. We talked to him during the race. He said he wasn't very comfortable in the car. It looked like that changed after the stage break because, Mr. Kirby, you made a heck of a run there. Third place tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. It was last of the race was pretty good. I just wish I hadn't made that mistake and spun down into the infield there. I think it was pretty soon after the start of the second stage, so that kind of put me behind on track position. So, but it was still fun. Still had a really good time tonight.
Yeah, it looked like that got you up on the wheel with no caution. You're able to recover and come back, and I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked the other two. Handful of laps to go. 4 cars battling in the top 4 and 5 here, and it looked like you took a little offense to the 36 car.
Yeah, I wasn't real happy with that guy. That was just complete idiocracy, to be honest with you. Complete lack of awareness. He was absolutely racing no one near him for position. I don't know why he would have got in the middle of that. I understand you probably got tires or whatever, but you're 2 laps down with no positions to gain. Just ride it out. But yeah, I kind of let him know after the race and during the race. I almost cost myself 2 spots. I was so mad that I doored him into one there and about lost it myself. So,
well, we were going to ask you about that because we did see you get down there and give 0 room. So I was wanting to make sure that that wasn't just you overdriving the corner.
No, that was completely on purpose when I doored him going into one there. He done made the helmet blow off the top here. So yeah, lost my mind on that one. But that's what we do sometimes. So I don't know. Probably won't help him at all because obviously he has no awareness on what's going on. So he probably wasn't even aware that happened.
Well, we're getting down to it. One more race of the regular season, and then it's playoff time. What are you going to have to do to position yourself in that top couple of positions?
Yeah, just got to clean up the mistakes, like tonight where I spun out, gave some track position away. And I never really felt as comfortable on this track as I normally do. Yeah, really looking forward once we get past Daytona. Not a big fan of super speedway racing, but get through there and get the playoffs started. I'm pretty excited about it from there.
All right, man. Shout outs and thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, no, thanks for the Philmar team for having me. Hate that this was Philip's last race. Going to miss him. Appreciate your broadcast. Going to be excellent as always, I'm sure. And thanks for Zach and all he does with the league and putting it on. So appreciate my mom, my wife, and my son for watching and supporting.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Talk to you soon.
That is Steve Kirby finishing in the 3rd spot tonight. And now we'll move on to the guy that was fighting and scratching the last 10 laps of this thing to hang on to his 2nd place. Will, look like you might have your hands full there, and then you got a little break.
Yeah, I was just fast, and I was just trying something different in the middle of that last run, see if I could do something to at least get to his outside. And I was gaining on him there for a little bit, and then that right side, just that right front, it just fell off a cliff, and I just had to hang on to it after that. And then it really fell off there with about 15 to go or so when those other guys started reeling me in.
Well, you kind of a break because a lap car decides to get in there and mix it up with those guys, and it allowed you to get a little bit of breathing room for them last 3 or 4 laps. Did you know that was going on?
Oh, yeah, I was watching them. And matter of fact, I pulled over on the back stretch and just off of coming out of 2, I kind of lifted a little bit because he was rolling the top with a full head of steam, and I just kind of lifted and went to the bottom of the racetrack because I thought he was going to smack the wall. But I let him just as quick as I could get him in front of me, so I could not worry about him running into the back of me. I let him go. I'm not sure what his agenda was. I don't think. Pretty sure there was nobody he was racing. So I'm not sure why he was wanting to mix it up with the leaders. But I mean, I wasn't going to catch Ty. The worst thing that was going to happen was I was going to lose a spot to either Kirby or Jeff there at the end. So I mean, but all in all, it's a good night, fun. I drove home from the beach today to come run this race, and I'm literally about to get back in the vehicle and drive back to the beach. So
That's dedication, I got to say right there, buddy. Well, give me some shout-outs and thank yous before we let you go to the beach.
well, I mean, I think I had Looney Tunes on the side of my car
You
today.
did?
So I mean, I guess I got to shout them out. So yeah, this is always a fun race with the Looney Tune characters. I remember back in the day when the NASCAR drivers that night race in Richmond every year. I think it was just the Chevrolet guys
Just the Chevrolet guys.
would do the Looney Tunes. So, but it's fun. I'll always love when we do a themed race and come up with something cool so people get creative. I literally threw my paint scheme together in like 15 minutes when I got back today. But yeah, shout out to Tommy's, of course, and then shout out to the guys over at Philmar tonight. They were our presenting sponsor tonight. Shout out to them guys, and shout out to Moradness. Shoot on over there to moradness.com. Save 10% with that RTP10. So, and with that, I got to hit the road, Jack. So we'll see you next week.
Thanks for chatting with us. We'll see you next week, Will. Will Curran, everybody, finishing second tonight, and now he's going to go back to back, and he started deep, 16th in the field tonight. Hard charger for sure, picking up his back-to-back wins. The 22 car, Ty Bostic. Ty, it was not easy, but it looked a lot easier up here than it probably was.
It definitely wasn't easy. There's a lot of fast guys in this league, so it's always hard time getting past a lot of those guys. So it wasn't easy, but just slowly but surely tried to pick off one at a time and ended up making it up there eventually.
Yeah, we saw little rashes of yellow fever, guys on cold tires spinning out, coming off the corners. Any of those close to the 22, because we didn't get to see every single car that was skating by.
There was a couple times that are somewhat close, but luckily somehow I got enough room to dodge a couple of them that I actually saw and could possibly get in. But like I said, I found a little hole, got away from them. Nobody ran me over from behind, so I didn't get any real damage from any of the chaos.
Well, 8 wins on the season. There's no doubt where you're going to be when we get ready to head for the playoffs. With one race to go before we do that, are we just going to try to see if we can extend and get a few extra points headed in, or are we just going to try to do what most people do at Daytona and survive?
Yeah, we got 2 races left. We got New Hampshire and then Daytona, but I may end up missing next week at New Hampshire. But yeah, just kind of same old, same old. I'm going to keep trying to maximize my day and just have a good time running. It's not all that serious. So just want to show up and run and have a good time and try to finish towards the front and hope it works out as well as possible. But like I said, I don't necessarily need points, so I'll probably just shoot for strategies that would possibly give me a win instead of maximizing points, if anything, because it's going to reset after 2 more weeks anyways.
Yeah, well, I must have miscounted or missed New Hampshire, because I thought we were down to 1 to go before we started the chase. So thanks for the correction. Yeah. I appreciate it.
No worries.
The only guy.
I wish it was New Hampshire in this bitch Daytona. I hate super speedways.
Oh man, I don't even want to start talking about stupid speedway racing. That's why I can't call it anything but, because every monkey can do it. You're the only guy out there that's got Speedy on the car, and you were Speedy tonight, man. What made you choose that one? Because I love the Looney Tunes stuff, and not many people even think about Speedy.
Yeah, I just was looking through some of the good options for it and from finding some good pictures from Google, and he's one of the top 5 or so that I was thinking about between, and he just happened to have a good picture that went along with it, so threw him on there.
Well, it worked out. You made yourself Speedy tonight. Got here first. Give me some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, shout out to you for doing the broadcast. I always enjoy going back and watching the nights and your other leagues. You do a great job. Shout out to all the guys in the league. Outside of this, like I said, the little rash of cautions that you mentioned is pretty good. It's kind of be expected in at a Richmond race. I've almost never run a race of any kind where Richmond didn't have a ton of caution. So, of course, there's going to be some here and there, but overall, there wasn't as many as it could have been. So it's still great racing around a bunch of the guys. It was a lot of fun racing when we got the green flag. So shout out to the league. It was a pretty good job overall for the most part. And shout out to my teammates. It's always a good time getting over here and cutting up with the guys on Discord and talking while we have a good time running together.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win, and hopefully we see you at New Hampshire, and if not, we'll definitely see you at Daytona.
Sounds good. Appreciate you.
Ty Bostic, everybody, back with the wins. I could have swore I counted that up, and it was only one race. I'm glad that he fixed that for me. There we go. Fix that real quick. Now we can turn that off. That is going to do it for us here tonight. We saw some great racing. We did see a little bit of yellow flag stuff, and then the end got very interesting there. Bostic had it under control. We were just watching that second, third, fourth, and fifth place race there at the end, and that was pretty exciting. So for Richmond, I got to agree with Ty. This was a pretty good race tonight, and you're going to have some bumps and bruises, but overall, everybody did a fantastic job. That is going to do it for us this week. Next week, Tuesday night, DSRL's Season 28 All-Star Race. The guys will be in the O'Reilly cars. They will head for the Charlotte Motor Speedway and run 3 stages. The Open, where the guys that aren't pre-qualified and locked into stages 2 and 3 will try to fill 11 vacated spots, or 11 empty spots. They weren't vacated. They're empty spots to fill in the 24-car field. So when those guys get done, they'll move over. We'll run 2 stages to see who is the All-Star champ for Season 28. So make sure you tune in, say hi for that. That'll be around 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll start racing. So if you haven't already, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. Like, share, and follow over on Facebook so that you'll know every time we go live. And then we'll cycle back through on Wednesday night to the Midwest Truck Series and come back around over here. Head for New Hampshire next week with the Road to Pro Series. Want to thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this at all. And without all the awesome leagues that give us fantastic racing on a nightly basis, there's nothing to cover. Everybody gets a high five and a pat on the back for both sides of the coin there. Until we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough